Thanks for joining me on this episode of Coffee with Kiera, sponsored by the Human Bean in Newport and Lincoln City. And we are in one of my most favorite spots here in beautiful Depoe Bay with the committee for Fleet of Flowers, which is coming up in a couple of months. So I'd like to introduce Jerry and Amy. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Jerry, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourselves and the Fleet of Flowers and what you do.
All right. Well, we moved to this beautiful community just under 6 years ago. About 4 years ago, we dove right in helping out with the Fleet of Flowers. This last fall, the two ladies that have been running it and doing a great job for the last 10 years, Kathy Wyatt and Clary Grant, asked us to take over the day-to-day functions of it because they put their 10 years in and it's,
And then some.
I'm telling you, it's big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
We're trying our best.
Yep.
All right, Amy, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I followed him here. It took me a while. I dragging my feet a little bit, but no, we love it here. And I was so excited to join the Fleet of Flowers volunteering because we met so many of the great people here, and we're excited to take it over. Jerry's got a lot of new ideas, and it's going to be great.
Wonderful. And you're the secretary and you are the
President.
Okay.
But we're all a team here.
Yes.
The volunteer team, I like to call it. And it's an amazing group of volunteers.
So for those who are not familiar, which most coast folks should be, but you never know, tell us a little bit about what the Fleet of Flowers is. It's been around for what, 80? This is the 81st year, right?
81st year.
81st year. I'll try to tell the story the best I know it. I'm new to town. But there was two fishermen by the name of Roy Bowers and John Chambers. I may have that wrong. It might be John
got
Chambers.
it right.
I worked on that. They went out to rescue a father and son and one of his friends that were in trouble due to a storm that was going on. They were able to go out and tie up the boat apparently to the buoy, but they were lost in the process. And so the community started this Fleet of Flowers in remembrance of them, and it's grown to the event it is today that honors not only that family, but everybody who's lost at sea and the fallen.
And just the military, the military, just all the branches of the military and everybody that served also.
And that's such an incredible thing to do. And what's also really awesome about Fleet of Flowers is the creation of the wreaths. These aren't just, these are handmade. They're not, something ordered off of Amazon, right?
Yeah. We start out the week before Memorial Day with a giant pile of cedar branches behind the community center. By the following Saturday, those are 3,000 to 5,000 wreaths. That is probably the most fun about being involved with the Fleet of Flowers.
And that's how we started out.
Yeah, that volunteer week. There's music going on. There's people in and out of the community center all week long. The weather seems to be great. All the local businesses provide lunch every day for all the volunteers. The Coast Guard people pop over. The city people, the fire department. It's just a great atmosphere and a lot of fun.
And what are some other things that are part of the Memorial Day Fleet of Flowers celebration?
Well, are you talking about the day itself? Or
yes.
Yes. So we have our ceremony at 11 o'clock. It's a moving ceremony. It runs till about noon. There's a presentation of the military flags. That we have speakers. There's music. It's really a nice ceremony. And then everybody that has tickets gravitates to the boats that have already been decorated. And there's a procession that's led and followed by the Coast Guard, where all the boats go out into the bay. They form a big circle, and then the Coast Guard helicopter comes in and drops a wreath into the center, and then everybody on the boat says their own personal remembrances or something for somebody else, and then tosses the flowers overboard. Everything's biodegradable. It's been going on for 81 years, the same tradition.
And I think it's wonderful that you work with the Coast Guard. You must have a close relationship with the Coast Guard with the ceremony, right?
The Coast Guard is a big part of this ceremony, and it always has been. They're right across the street from the community center, and we rely on them quite a bit, not only to help with the event, but with the funders as well. They're always willing to help out.
And let's talk a little bit about the fundraiser that's coming up that's going to help support this incredible program.
Yeah, so they've always, since we've been involved, the fundraiser's been at Gracie Sea Hag, and I think that's been going on for quite a long time. This year, it's going to be something a little different. We've sort of outgrown Gracie's, especially with the silent auction, so we've moved it to April. We're going to have it on a Saturday. It's always been during the weekday. And we're going to do the silent auction, have more room to spread out in the community center. But we're also going to have a hosted community barbecue, which is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of local companies have stepped up to donate product. And we've got a lot of volunteers that are willing to cook and serve and clean. And we're just looking forward to having a great event.
And let's talk a little bit more about that event. So how much is the barbecue going to cost folks who want to come?
Well, the barbecue will be free of charge.
What?
Well,
it's a fundraiser.
Come and spend your money on the auction.
Excuse me. We are 100% donation funded, so there will be plenty of opportunities to make donations via QR codes, donation buckets. But we want everybody to come out and have a great time and enjoy themselves. I'm really looking forward to this event. And the silent auction will be legendary, as it always is.
I was going to say, tell us about the silent auction. What kind of items do you think you're going to have?
Well, we've got a little of everything. We've got numerous gift cards from restaurants. We've got hotel stays.
Art.
We've got lots of art from the community. Things keep rolling in as we speak. I don't think anybody says no as far as the businesses go.
Yeah,
they
that's
love
great.
Supporting this event, which makes our jobs a lot easier.
And so when folks show up, they can just come on in and get their plate and sit down and bid on the auction items. But do they have to be present to win?
No.
Absolutely not. It's a silent auction, so they'll just be required to put their name, their bid, and their phone number. Yeah. If passengers are any indication, there's a lot of people that hover around towards the end of the auction, which ends at 4 o'clock.
Like me.
So, the event is 11 to 4 on Saturday, and we'll award the auction prizes right after that.
Will there be any music?
Yeah, we are going to have music. We're going to have a DJ that's going to play all types of music, whatever you want, upon request. A lot of top 40, just good family fun music is going to happen. We're going to decorate. We're going to try to make it a really nice event. It's a new event for the community.
All right. And do you have like a web page or Facebook page that if somebody say they're not able to make it to the barbecue, but they want to contribute or learn more?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. We do have a Facebook page currently, the Fleet of Flowers, but we are ready to launch the new Fleet of Flowers website. I'm very excited about that. We're really, really close. There'll be opportunities to donate on there. There's going to be history. There's event information, so you'll know the best places to park, the best places to watch. And we also are going to have, for the first time, a store. So, so people will be able to purchase the Fleet of Flower merchandise if they're not in town or they miss us during our events that we have it. And we also plan on having it available through a local retailer that I'm not yet ready to announce. So there'll be more opportunities for people to buy the Fleet of Flower merchandise. And we do have a new hoodie design this year that we will launch with the new website.
All right, that sounds fantastic. And of course, people can listen to the Otter Radio. We'll have some commercials up reminding folks about this event and also the Fleet of Flowers event. You can see more on our website on Oregon Coast Breaking News as well. Anything else that you want to add?
Well, we appreciate the Otter for all their support, and we appreciate you, Kiera, for the support that you've given us as well. all the donations that you've provided us really help out quite a bit, and we really appreciate that. We just hope to see everybody at the new fundraiser on April 18th, 11 to 4, Depoe Bay Community Hall, 220 Southwest Bay Drive.
Oh, very good.
I hope I got that right.
All right. And of course, we will be there. We'll be doing some videos from not only the event, dinner and fundraiser, but we will also be at the event doing some filming and video. For those who can't make it, you can watch the event on our website as well. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thank
for
you
Coffee
very
with
much.
Kiera, Jerry, Amy, and encourage everyone to come and enjoy the Fleet of Flowers, a fantastic, long-standing community event. Thanks for joining me on Coffee with Kiera. I'm Kiera Morgan. We are sponsored by The Human Being in Newport at 6th Street and Highway 101. In Lincoln City, you'll find them at the north end of the highway on the west side next to TLC Credit Union.